Welcome back, everybody, to the bull ring and what is going to go on for Monday, November 6th. Let's take a look at our stocks. We have SPX on deck, guys, and we called this out last week. You can go back and check out our videos, and we said this was going to happen, this pattern right in here, and sure enough it did. We got rejection just where we said, right at the 50% Fibonacci. Okay, one of the things I do too, guys, is if you guys want to go back and kind of see if they're doing the same thing over and over, sometimes you're going to find the same pattern with some of the stock. They call it ghost candles. But this is what's going on, guys. We have rejection right at the same area we did back in October, and we rejected this area. So now what's going to happen with SPX, since it's been in a down channel, right? It's been going down, and we know it's been, green. You had some green days here, but we went down for almost the whole month of October, and now we're coming back up and we're rejecting. Okay, this is an important part, guys, because we have a double top, and a double top gets really ugly at this level. Let's take a look at it. So if we do get a double top, this will be the measured move for SPX. Okay, SPX could go see 3,800, guys, 3,800. So I'm going to mark this off so we can keep track of it and see if it plays out. Now, the only way this is going to happen is if we break the neckline. Now, if you guys remember from previous videos, I showed you what the neckline is. I'll show you again. This is the neckline here. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the fib just to kind of get some of that noise out of the way. And you can see right in here is the neckline. And this is what we kind of look at. Whoops. This is kind of what we look at when we are charting, guys. So we would take this here and add it to the bottom. And we're going to call that support. We're just going to change that to yellow, because yellow is usually support on our charts. Okay, so 3,800 if we break this neckline. Now we could come back down here. Remember, we could do 50% retracement right around in here and then start challenging back up. Okay, now news will change this, but for now it's coming down. Okay, let me show you something else about SPX that I monitor on my own for the future. All right, so there's a lot of information on this chart, guys, and if you're into charts and you want to know where your stock is going to go, okay, all you have to do is come talk to my ghostwriter right here. He's going to let you know. What you have on display here are sign lines. So sign lines are like frequency lines, guys, okay? Sign lines tell us when the stock, okay, is going to go back to where it started. So if we look at the sign lines up here, and we made a nice high back in January of 2022, okay? So it's like a Ferris wheel. It's going to go in a circle. When is it going to come back to that original? So you can see it's following this pink line, guys. And if it was to make it back to 4,800, it would be somewhere in this area, which would tell me that it's going to take 819 days from the original time that it started. So what's happening to the stock? Well, we were in this track, guys, to try to make it back up, and we fell out of that sign line. We are on the blue one, and now we're falling out of the blue one, guys. Guess where we're going to end up? We're going to end up on this green one, okay? Unless you hear something amazing from the banks or from Powell on the rates, I think we're going to follow this. The double top is the first sign. This is the second sign, guys, for me, is that we fell out of the sign line, which was one of the shorter ones, the 826. Now we are in the green one, which is 1,015 days if we make it back up, which will be around this area, guys. Okay, so now if I move my measuring stick to that area, if it makes it there, Okay, we're looking at 1287. Okay, that's 1,287 days, which would equal about 4 to 5 years, which is what a lot of the analysts are saying, that this could go on for 4 to 5 years with bad rates and interest rates staying up nice and high. So I could see the market coming back down here, okay, to the sign line area, which is 3,600, right? Which we said we were going to probably end up 3,800. So I can see the sign line doing this, okay, where it's not going to make it all the way to the bottom, but it's going to stay in this return right here. Okay, so I will keep you guys posted on what's going on, but this is very critical, because if this plays out, which I think it will, you will see a downturn in the market for next week. All right, so here's more evidence, guys, of what I think is going to happen. So we had Apple that made a run up, found support down here, came back up here. Now we have a double top with Apple, and in this downward wedge, it's hit once, twice, 3 times, and now it hit it 4 times, guys, and it's headed back down, okay? This right here is another double top. So you're going to see that in a lot of the stocks that we're watching. And again, if this plays out, we're looking at 155 for Apple. But it's going to take a while for Apple to get down there. But you see that we're already down in and under this resistance area for Apple, guys. This is more evidence for me. And here we have another one. We have Google, guys. Google, let me make this a little easier. Google is doing the same thing, okay? We have a double top going on right there, okay? A double top does not have to be exact, okay? And you see that Google had some resistance right in this area. You can tell on that little wick. Okay, let me highlight this for you guys. I'll blow it up a little bit. And you can see that wick is telling us a story, okay? If Google can get past up here, it will take some of the market with it. But for now, you have a nice resistance area here. They try to get out and they got resisted again. And let's see what happens on Monday, because I think that we will see an uptrend and then we'll start seeing more resistance. And then I think everybody's going to fall in line and start heading down, and these double tops are going to start playing out. All right, here we have more evidence, right? We had support here for Tesla back in August, and it came down and fell under support, tried to come back up, got resistance there, now has resistance in this area. And this is huge. I mean, huge. You know, Tesla can do what it wants, but look at the size of that wick, guys. I mean, that's no joke. That means that the price action stayed in this area. They're fighting back and forth, and they're not letting this thing get up, guys. So keep an eye on Tesla. Tesla is another one that is going to start a double top pattern, and if it does break that neckline right in here, we'll see 170-ish for Tesla. Okay, so next week is going to tell the tale for sure. All right, and I want to follow up with you guys on Nvidia. We said Nvidia was in a head and shoulder, and the measure move will take it to 317. Instead, Nvidia found support here and started coming up. Okay, but this is not over, guys, because we had one resistance area here on the downward. Okay, second one there. We probably had a third one there. You got 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. Now Nvidia is going to try, and you're looking at 460 is going to be the resistance area. Now Nvidia is doing the same thing as the rest of the stocks. If you pay close attention, okay, this area in here, okay, could be a double top for Nvidia, which is going to bring it back down. And if it loses this support and that one, which I think it will, okay, we'll see a downtrend. But this is going to tell the tale right here. Look at this line, and we're looking at around 460. Like I said, Nvidia is strong. How strong is it? Can it get past this resistance and make it back up over 500? I personally don't think so, guys. And yes, guys, charts don't lie. This is what I tell everybody. Your charts do not lie. Okay, we called this out and we said 115. Okay, 115 will be the goal for Disney. We called it here. If you go back to the previous videos, you'll see, okay, we said it's going to come down here, find support again, and start bouncing up. And look at that. It broke that wedge, and it's on its way up, guys. Okay, there was a good entry right in here around 83.50. If you wanted to get in, the next good entry for me will be 86.28, which I will be able to ride up to 92 because we have what I call free money zone developing with Disney. And here it is. Okay. Let me get the correct tool here. So this is the free money zone, guys, because there is nothing that's going to stop Mickey and team from getting up into that area. Okay. So there we go. That's going to be our free money zone. And if you play this, okay, make sure you manage your stop loss. But we have nothing preventing Mickey and team getting back up to 92 and eventually 115. If you don't believe this chart, go look at the analysts. They're saying the same thing for Disney. And if you guys follow the news for Disney, you know that they just bought the rest of Hulu from Comcast, and they're going to do some great stuff with that thing. All right, guys, this is your overview and update of the stock market for this week. I will have more videos this week coming, but keep in mind, there's a lot of double tops out there, so be aware, guys. Until the next time, hope you have a green day tomorrow.